Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Everyday October. Today I am wanting to do a makeup look that like matches my dress. I'm wanting to do like a cranberry, purpley, reddy tones. I want to do something quite sharp. That's why I've already got tape stuck on the side of my eyeballs. I'm going to be using the Beauty Bay Berries palette today and then just a few other favourites for like the rest of my base. So if that sounds good to you, then just keep on watching. If you like this video, if you like Everyday October so far, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I say, new videos every single day in October. Absolute madness on top of a full-time job. Let's just get into it. So like I say, I've already got tape stuck on the side of my eyes. In fact, let me zoom you in so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Tape already stuck on the side of my eyes, and I've already got my brows on and the eye base, which is the P. Louise base in Room 01. Already got that tapped all over my eyes, and I'm just gonna go straight into the Berries palette. And I'm like looking for a clean brush, you know. And I think what I want to do today is I want to start with the darker colour and then sort of work my way in, where I would normally start with like a transition-y tone, start with like a mid-tone or leaning maybe a little bit lighter. I think I want to start darker and sort of work backwards. Not a technique that I usually do, but I'm starting with a sort of tapered fluffy brush. And I think I'm going to sort of stick in the middle section of this palette because I feel like these are very pink and these are very purple. I want more of like the reddy, plummy, cranberry sort of tones in the middle here. And I think I'm going to dip into this one as my darkest shade, which is called Mittens. I love that. So I'm just tapping that right on the end of that brush. I can't hold these palettes up, they're too heavy. So I already have another little mirror here in the blush that I'm going to be using later on. So I'm just going to tap that Mittens shade onto the outer corner and outer crease and sort of work it into that tape that I've cut down on that outer corner. And then when I've got less product on the brush, I'm just going to start wiggling that a little bit through the crease. Not too much, but just sort of moving that pigment that I've already got down. Start wiggling that through the crease. I don't normally go for like reddy tones, but I think that these like plummy, cranberry undertones bring out blue eyes beautifully. So I'm just going to wipe that brush off on my blanket that I've got across my knee because it is freezing today. And what tone do I want to go into next? I don't want anything too pink. What do I want to do? I want to stick with a matte, so I'm going to go into this one here, which is called Rosewood. And again, just on that same brush, tap into that and wiggle that through like the centre of the crease. I feel like those two colours together are lovely. And then again, when I have less of that colour on the brush, I'm sort of tickling over that top edge of the first darkest shade that I put down, just to help it blend a little bit. And I'm also like layering this up quite a bit. I love that Rosewood shade. That's like not too pink, not too purple, not too red. It's just beautiful, but still really nice and vibrant. I like that. Then I'm just going to take a much fluffier brush. I know that this is like not blended at all. I'm trusting the process. Are you? I'm going to take a much fluffier, bigger brush and I'm going to dip into this shade here called Popcorn, just to tap over the inner area of the crease, the inner part, but I'm also going to use that to like buff over the very top edge of all of those colours and just really help it blend. And I am almost like taking that through the brow. I'm not too concerned about that because it's going to add to that whole shape that I'm going for. So just dipping into Popcorn, which is almost like a nudie baby pink sort of a shade, and I'm just laying that down on this inner part of the crease and then using that same colour to buff over the edge. And because that shade is much closer to my skin tone, it's going to really help that blend. And I'm really happy with the blend like through the crease, all of those colours. So now I need to decide, what do I want to do across the lid? I do just want to build up a little bit more of that rosewood shade across the crease a little bit. So like from the centre of the eye outwards, and just tapping a bit of that rosewood shade, because I feel like that's the shade that matches that, and the darkest one match this dress beautifully. Let me know if you'd like to see like an autumn, I was about to say autumn fashion styling sort of thing, but I buy all of my clothes on Vinted. Is that something you would like to see? This is a fairly new purchase for me and I love it. Don't ask me where it's from. Vinted is where it's from. Okay, so I don't know which shimmer I want to use, so I'm just gonna swatch these three. We've got Sofa, Soda, and Nova. I didn't mean to pick three that all had the A sound at the end. But I'm not sure which one of these will have the right undertone that I'm looking for. So that's Sofa, Soda, and Nova. I think Nova. Is that too peachy? I mean, Sofa is the brightest, but I feel like that's a bit too pink. Oh, the problems that I have. Then I've just tried, what are these? Video and Stiletto. I feel like they're too dark. Video. Video. I think Video. This one here. Then maybe with a little bit of this tapped over to like brighten it. One shimmer is not enough for me. So I'm just going to use my finger in Video and I'm going to tap this like in the centre of the eye. I'm not necessarily worried about fallout. I don't feel like you get very much with the Beauty Bay formulas when you use your finger to tap them in, really press them in. That's pretty. I think that that was the right decision. So I do feel like sort of working backwards and forwards to like properly press the colour into the eye makes it sort of that foily finish. I like that colour. I like that colour. I am going to, however, need a brush to get right into the inner corner. Nails are too long. So I'm just going to dip into a little bit of that Sofa shade, that first one, which I know is quite pink, but I feel like where it's catching the light a little bit more, it is more reflective. I had brought over a Chrome. I brought over the Glisten Cosmetics Chrome Magic in Witchcraft, but I just don't feel like that's necessarily going to match the vibe. I am also definitely using a powder highlight on the face today, and I will put that on the inner corner too. So I did just manage to press a little bit of that Sofa shade right onto the inner part of the eyelid, and I'm just making sure that that top edge is really nicely blended out, and I think I'm done. I think just one last little blend with that popcorn shade on that fluffiest brush right up here, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's very autumnal. It's not even a really autumnal day as I'm filming this. I've got my laundry out in the garden in October. Unheard of. But I think I am happy. So let's remove these and see if I manage to apply these somewhat equally. Let's have a look. Yeah. Little bits of sellotape, like it's literally just what you pack your parcels with. I'm very, very happy. So I'm just going to, I don't want this line to be completely solid at the end. I don't want it to be quite as sharp as this at the end, but for now, absolutely happy with that. So I want a brown wing. I know, a little bit of a curveball, but I feel like the warmth of the sort of berry tones and then a brown wing, I think that might be quite nice. So this is the Collection Fast Stroke liquid liner in brown, because I feel like this is one of the warmest browns that I have in my collection. So I'm going to go off and do liner. I will also do mascara. I'm going to use the Catrice Fake It mascara today. I will go off and do these, then I can zoom you out and we can do the rest of the face, and I will probably do something quite smoky under the eyes. Of course I will. Of course I will. It's autumn and it's me. So eyeliner, mascara, and then we can do the rest of the face. Okay, liner and mascara done. Brown mascara makes it a little bit softer, and then I put a lot of mascara on to like drama it up again. I do feel like I may need a slightly darker brow now that I've got this level of colour on the eyeballs, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm going to do the rest of the skin. Autumn weather, autumn makeup. I need hydration in my skin, so I took this one out, the Revolution CC Swirl Primer. Look how much of that I've used. Look how little of that I have left. I love this primer. Really, really love it. So a couple of pumps and I'm going to, the hydration, it's like instant. It's like my skin needs a drink. I need to fill up my Stanley cup. I am parched, but that is a problem for later on today, Millie. When I start getting a headache because I'm so thirsty, that's when I will go fill up the Stanley cup. So, like instantly my skin's like so nice and hydrating. Love that one. So I also like lean into more coverage, less skin tint territory and more actual foundation, not full coverage. I'm not a full coverage kind of gal, even with this amount on the eyes. I like medium coverage. So I thought I'd dig this one out because as I'm filming this, it's not currently available, but it might be by the time this video goes live. This is the Made by Mitchell Build foundation. I have this in LB 8. I don't like the packaging. Don't like the packaging, but the actual product is decent. So let's just take a few swipes. Why would you make a foundation like this? It's so bad. And I have brought a sponge over. We are not judging how dirty the sponge is. It's bad. I have more in my drawer. I'm basically going to use this one until it actually falls apart. It's close. It is real close. It's got a big like rip right across the middle of it. Oh, I might treat myself to a new one tomorrow. Come back tomorrow and find out. I did also put some lip balm on whilst I was off doing the liner and mascara. I'm a dry skin gal. I need lip balm every single day. Every single day. So just put that on whilst I remembered. In case you were wondering when that happened. Happened sometime in between the liner and the mascara. So that is the foundation all blended in. You can see it's not crazy coverage, but it does sort of cancel out redness. I feel like you can still see my freckles like decently. You can still see my skin through it. You can still see this spot that's like, it's like a piercing. Like people get a lip piercing right there, don't they? And my skin just erupts there all on its own. So I'm going to use the matching concealer to the foundation. I don't mind that this has a wand. It makes sense for a concealer to have a wand. And I have this in LBR4. I don't know what the what the letters are referring to, but I'm just going to tap a little bit of this under the eyes. I was about to sharpen up under there, but I don't think I need it actually. And I'm going to use a brush because this is a Technic brush. I was going to tell you what it was. I have absolutely no idea, but I want to like tap this in right under the eyes, but I also want to take the excess sort of round the inner corner right in here to cancel that out, because I don't want that blue to be showing next to the pink. I feel like that will look bad. So I want to cancel that out. And I'm not necessarily fussed about sort of cancelling the darkness here on my under eyes, like further out, because I'm going to be adding smoky goodness to that whole area in a moment or two. So just adding this where I need it. Then I'm just tapping over with that brush that we were using that light pink with, just to blend that shadow back into where I added that concealer. I feel like I've gone a little bit crazy there. Just going backwards and forwards between the two brushes to get it looking somewhat blended, and I'm gonna just move on for bronzer, etc. Contour. I'm going to use the Collection contour stick in Contour 3, and I'm going to add this just where I want. I'm going to use a different bronzer, so I just want to like shape the face a little bit with this one. And I'm blending this with a Real Techniques Expert face brush, and as I'm doing the nose here, I'm like taking that into that inner corner to sort of blend that contour shade, which isn't too cool toned. Like it is a little bit, but it's not completely like grey. Just blend that into that pink a little bit. And then if I just bounce down the very centre of the nose with that sponge with a bit of that foundation left on it. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. So that is the sort of starting point for the shape of adding everything back into the skin, and I'm going to use the Technic Marbled Bronzer. This was the one that they brought out in summer and I just love it. Someone commented on one of my videos to say that this looks like a petri dish. Like, I get that. It's a lovely bronzer though. Definitely a lovely bronzer, even if it does look like it's growing mould. So just using this to warm up the skin a little bit. Have I gone overboard? Always. Always. There we go. I feel like I have managed to blend that in a little bit. I'm counteracting the fact that at the end I will probably want to add more, so I'm just adding it now. Are you believing what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I'm just going to use a little bit of that blush that I was using for the mirror. This, I know you can't get this anymore, sorry, but I really, really like it. It's the Kiko Longwear Hydra Blush in 03 Fairy Pink. And that like berry sort of tone with the berry through the eyes. And considering how much I've used this, you can still see the pattern in that pan. And I've used this so much. Like, I've had this years. Since it came out. I have used this so much. And that pattern is still there. Like, that pan is going to last me actually forever. So, tapping a bit of this over the cheeks. I do feel like with the amount of pink on the eye, I'm gonna want a lot on the cheeks. Again, I'm just warning you. I do indeed. It's a very serious medical condition. It's called blush blindness. When you look that up in your medical textbook, my face comes up, so just pre-warning you. There we go. There we go. Lots of blush, little flush of a glowy bronzer. That bronzer is, that Technic one, is really nice and glowy. So I just want, I want my hair to not be sticking out at every single angle. I guess that is not happening. I want to add a highlight. I love this one. So this is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, and if I swirl my brush into here, tap it off into the lid, like, you don't want too much on the first swipe, just look. Hello, aliens. Can you see me from the outer stratosphere? Yes, you can. I love this highlight. I love most highlights. I'm really not picky, but this one is juicy. It's juicy on the skin. I love it. And like, that foundation was quite matte, so adding in that blinding glow. Obviously I normally use a glowy blush. If you haven't seen my channel before, I usually do a glowy blush. So when I don't do a glowy blush, I do a stripe of highlight. I'm just going to tap it over with that blush brush. No more product on it, but I feel like it just melts it into that blush beautifully. And then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that highlight on quite a precise brush. Again, just going to wipe that off on the blanket that I've got across my knee, just in case there was any other product on the brush. And I'm just going to tap that right onto the inner corner. I am going to finish up under the eyes now, so inner corner first. Have I mentioned that I love this highlight? It's just perfect. Honestly, it goes with everything. Like, I know this is very pink, but I wear this with as like an inner corner with so many different colours, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. So I'm going to go back in with that Beauty Bay Berries palette, and which shades I want a very smoky under eye. I'm just going to start with that Rosewood shade, and I'm going to run this along the lower lash line, join it up with that highlight that I just put on the inner corner, and I'm almost running that brush over that line that tape created, just to soften it a little bit. I don't want it to look too sharp once all of the blending is done, so just a little tappy tap over there. I will add the darker shade as well, but starting with that mid shade. So then I'm just going to use that same brush and dip into Mittens, which was that darker colour that we used on the outer corner of the lid, and I'm just going to tap that more on the outer corner of the lower lash line, and again join it up with that colour. So you can see, you can't even see that line anymore, it's all just in there somewhere. So it's still lifted, but it's smoky. I love. So then I'm just buffing over the very edges with that fluffy brush, no more colour, just buffing over the edge a little bit with that one. And I'm going to put a bit of mascara, like desperately looking for the mascara on my table. I did actually tidy this morning. I did like the deep clean. Not that you can tell because I'm still losing all of my products on my table. But adding mascara to the lower lashes, I love it. I really don't wear pink very much. I'm not the biggest fan of pink on me, but these tones, I mean, it's an autumnal spin on pink, so maybe that's why I like it. That is why I like it. See, already I feel like I need more blush. Do I have a problem? Yes, I do. There we go. Do I have enough blush on now? Still, the answer is probably no. I'm just wiping off that lip balm. Ooh, that's cute. Just wiping that off, and I've brought two lip options over because I'm like, do I want to do something that will match the eyes, or do I want to do something that's more nude? Either way, I'm going to do a nude lip liner. They're all MUA products because I'm just obsessed with their lip products. This is the Intense Colour Lip Liner in Heroic. I need to sharpen this, so let's just give this a little sharpen, and I will line the lips, and then I'll decide what lipstick I want to use. So that is just the lip liner. It's just ever so slightly deeper than my skin tone. I think I want to be brave, you know. I'm going to use the MUA... Oh, what? Did you see me malfunction then? Goodness me. The MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo in Mystic. I feel like... Is that the vibe? I mean, if it's not, we can take it off, but... In real life, I think that that looks nice, and then in my viewfinder, I'm not sure what I think of that lip, you know? Do you think that that's too red? It's like the undertone isn't quite right with this eyeshadow. I like the lip liner with it. Like, I like the lip liner with that lipstick. I feel like they go together quite nicely. Let me look, because I've got all of my MUA ones in this little tub here. Do I want raspberry? I feel like that's too red. I want this formula. Dream Girl. Dream Girl. This is the one that I want. Let me wipe this one off and start again. Dream Girl. So I've just put a bit of that Heroic lip liner on, and if I just hold these up, you will be able to see Dream Girl and Mystic. I think that tone is just going to be so much better to match this look. Like, those colours actually like match and not a lot nicer. So yes, that tone matches that eyeshadow so perfectly. It's like cranberry and purple, not too red and not too purple. Like, it doesn't look purple on the lips, but it just matches that eyeshadow perfectly. It's not too pink. Oh, I love it. I love it. So that is everything. I feel like I'm gonna have to recurl these front bits. Like, what is that? I feel like I need to recurl my hair. I've got like 3 other videos that I'm wanting to film today while I've got a day off and I want to get ahead. So I'm so happy. MUA comes through with the lip products yet again. I am so thrilled. I would love to hear what you think down below. Do you have any of these products? Do you have the Berries eyeshadow palette? Do you have this lip product? I don't think I have ever worn Dream Girl. I'm just obsessed. Like, it matches the dress perfectly. Oh, everything has turned out well. Today is a good day. Today is a good makeup day. I hope that you are having I hope that you are having a good day. I hope that you are having a good makeup day. If today's a makeup day for you, I hope that it went well. May your wings ever be even. May your brows be sisters, not twins. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.